Good morning. I want to talk about audacity. I want to talk about the audacity of any man or woman who was on the receiving end of everything that you had to give to come back later and make you a villain. The audacity to dislike you, the audacity to want to make you hurt or inflict pain. I'm talking about someone you were in a connection with. Could be your child, could be your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You name it, you place it. This person who abused you mentally, emotionally, verbally, some physically, that wasn't my case, but some physically, and cheated, betrayed you, and cheated or committed adultery, whatever. But this person betrayed you in many different ways and also abused you. Then abandoned you and then had the audacity to spread villain stories about you to your friends, their friends, family, whoever is going to listen. Why would a person do that? Well, if you're honest with yourself, most persons saying, oh, you shouldn't care. Somebody who does that, just be glad that they're gone. Yep, that is true. That is how you feel. But somewhere in the back of your mind, you're thinking, wow, how could someone that I was so good to turn around and have the audacity to make me the worst person on earth when they say my name? Well, it's kind of something like this. I'm just going to share from my point of view. You make it fit or don't make it fit, whatever. It may not even resonate, but if you understand what I'm talking about. First, let me first say, I have since done a lot of work to realize that I was an anxious attachment style person in my connections. I was the chaser. I was going to make it right. And for whatever reasons, my childhood growing up, I understand why that happened, but I'm aware of it now. Best believe I'm aware of it now. But before you're aware of it, you may not even understand that dynamic. I hadn't even heard of it before, but I got on YouTube and I started looking things up outside of paying therapists who didn't have the answer. I think YouTube had more answers than my therapist. But nonetheless, let's get back to the story. When a person can hate you or deeply dislike you after you've done nothing but good, and nobody's perfect, so we all come with our things, but when you can look at the relationship and substantially say that you were pouring in way more than what this person who has the nerve to talk trash about you was, and you're saying, I would never even tell people all the things that you did and said and how you behaved, but you voluntarily went out and spewed your version of a story that is delusional at best. So this is how that happens. What happens when you finally put boundaries in place on somebody who is not used to someone placing boundaries on them? They don't know what to do. They get really, really disturbed by the fact that you're not like everybody else, that you actually said some things, you meant what you said, and you doubled down on them on the second go round. So what I'm saying is that instead of being upset about someone bad talking you, it's probably kind of like a marker to tell you that you're in a good place. Because if someone from your past who has done you, treated you so poorly, and they're still coming around, there's a reason why. It's because they're gaining from it. But when they no longer can gain from that, that's when they start to panic. That's when they get all worked up inside. That's when all those feelings that they don't know what to do with starts to nag at them and tell them, like, this whoever, this B or this whoever is a thorn in my side. Everything that I used to do in the past, it's not working with her. And I don't know why. But it's because you set boundaries. You set firm boundaries. That you finally found your voice. And unfortunately, that's the only part, that's where their memory starts. So they forgot how poorly they treated you because they didn't tell that part of the story. They didn't tell about how you helped them build to who they are and where they are now. They forgot about that part of the story. They only remember the day that you said no. And to put it into further perspective is that a person like this will tear you down so that they can have control. And when they see you down, they turn their back and assume that you're going to still be there when they come back. And so when they come back, like mine came back, and I was telling him that there's no more. We're not doing this. It was at a point where he was getting ready to tell me that he needed me for something else. I already have nothing to give. I'm laying on the ground, dead, bleeding, cut, bruised, battered, and he was coming back to tell me that he needed more from me. And that's the version of the story that he remembers, is that I said no when he needed me the most. I was already dead. He didn't give a dog walk in the park that I was on the ground when he was coming to ask me to help him, that I had nothing else left to give. But that is the selective memory of a person that has narcissistic traits. Bad person, I still don't call him a bad person. Unhealed, immature, narcissistic, but it's not for me to judge bad or good. But what I'm here to say is that this is how someone could have the audacity to dog walk your name after you did everything that your heart would allow you to do for this person. That's how. Don't cry, don't fret. Just know you're doing something right and keep going. Don't look back.